I'm going to show you how to collect data for the digital version of the Motivational Assessment Survey. So first, head to the PDF that you received when you downloaded the resource and scroll to the second page and you will see a link. Click on that link and it will open up Google Drive, and here it will say copy document. Would you like to make a copy? Click the blue button to make a copy, and now this is your own editable version of the Motivation Assessment Survey. So you can go in and you can change the questions a little bit, you can change the responses to fit the needs of your students. You can share it with your students a few ways. You can click send and you can either send it via an email or by giving them the link. But the way I prefer to do it is by letting them fill out the survey directly, assuming they're on an iPad in your office. So click the eyeball that says preview, and this is what the student would see. They're going to go through and click on the answers that best fit what motivates them. Some are multiple choice and some are fill in the blank. Then when they're finished, they're going to click the submit button at the bottom. From here, you can click submit another response and the screen will open up ready for the next student to do it. But what about the information we just gained from the first student? We want a good way to track that. So you're going to go back to your editable version. So if they did this part on the iPad, it would be on your computer. And it will update. It now says one response from where that student's responded. So click there, and at first we see a summary of responses. So this is helpful if we're comparing multiple students, but in our case we care more about the individual. So click individual, and here you can see the responses that they clicked on. This is kind of helpful, but we would rather see it in a chart form. So go to that green button in the corner. That's going to create a spreadsheet. Click Create New Spreadsheet. And this is a spreadsheet that will be in Google Sheets on your Google Drive as well. So that new form will open up, and this will have all the data that was received from the multiple choice answers, but in spreadsheet form. It has the timestamp and the time that it was completed, but let's change that column to say student, and then we can then go in and add the students' names. This will be more helpful for our records. Now I'm also going to highlight everything, and I'm going to change it so it's easier to read. So you can highlight everything and then go to the Format tab at the top. Click Text Wrapping and then Wrap. This way we can read all of the words and they're not cut off. You can also rename the chart to anything you want. It will automatically say copy of, so you can change it. Then let's go over and let's create a key so we can really track this data further. So on our key, we're going to narrow down the 4 categories. So it's either attention, leadership, physical rewards, or creative outlet. We can use these to narrow down what our students are motivated by. So we can go through and we're going to give each one a different color, and it's completely up to you what colors you want to use. So I'm going to choose green, pink, orange, and yellow. So I'm giving each category a different color. I'm then going to go over and look at my students' answers and assign them a different category color. But first I'm going to scoot this whole thing over so we don't get it confused with the answers. So I will then color in the boxes that match the corresponding categories. So pink is leadership, he had 2 of those. He had 1 attention, 1 physical reward, and 2 creative outlets. This student's answers were pretty varied, but if your student has an overwhelming number of similar answers, you could even color the student's name in with that color, so you could quickly see what they're motivated by. There you have it. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed this resource and find it helpful.